business model gave us a chance to be involved, of course, in the gaming industry, which is very much excited, but also in the M&M industry and lottery industry, and of course, the crypto industry. So talking about crypto, there's many tools that we can use to maximize our involvement into global game arena. And that's the purpose of the call today. So Mr. Brian is a very successful business guy, and he's not here to have fun, to be honest. Of course, he's going to have fun part of the day, but he's here to get a serious and tremendous, huge result. So I highly suggest, once again, that you guys get pen and papers, take some notes. And I'm going to let Mr. Brian talk about how we can maximize our global game arena tokens. But I'm going to ask you a question before he goes on. And I want this answer after the call, because I'll get back after the call, after Mr. Brian goes through his stuff, and I will ask you your answer. So the question is, how much do you think it's worth what Mr. Brian is going to share with you today? How much is it worth for yourself? How much is it worth for your family, for your organization? So take good notes and make some math here, because at the end of the call, I'm going to ask you how much you think it costs. And before I give this microphone to Mr. Brian, why don't you guys tell me where you guys are from? We have people from any countries around the world here. We have Minia from Germany, of course. Gabor from Thailand. Hello, Gabor, how are you? Who else do we have? Sweden, of course, Sweden is on board. Which country do we have? Norway, of course, Norway is always there. Hey, Manuel from Germany. All right. So we have quite a few people. Guys, I want to welcome you, and I want to thank you guys for being part of that call on a weekly basis. We try to give you the best of the best regarding leadership training. But I hope you guys understand this is important to have more people being on those calls, because we share very important, very important stuff for you to bring your organization to the next level. But if you miss those calls, if your team, if your partner, your friends are not on the call, your growth will be much more slower. So let's say, as an example, that you have 2 people on this call, between 2 to 10 to 20 to 50 people from your team on this call. Guys, the look of your organization will never be the same. So take good notes on a weekly basis to be part of those GGA leadership call. All right, that's very important. So without any further introduction, guys, I will leave this platform now to Mr. Brian Pillay. I want to thank you, Brian, for being there. I know you are running like crazy. You've been all over Malaysia, all over India. You're now in Jakarta, and you're taking your precious time to share with us this amazing training. So I want to thank you and let you go for now. I'll be right back after the call. All right? Thank you, Brian.
Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Daniel. You're doing a great job yourself too. You're globally going around. I'm just doing Asia. Hey guys, those of you out there, if you can hear me, I'm just going to get some yes and clear answers. Then I'll start with the storytelling. I'm not a trainer. I'm not a blockchain specialist, as they call me out to be. I'm an enthusiast, blockchain enthusiast. But before I go into the blockchain part and crypto part, I want to thank our founders, Mr. Frody, and our CEO, Nicholas, and most of all, Daniel Grion, for giving me this amazing opportunity to be part of GGA. The person that I need to thank most, I think, is Rhonda Martin, Steve Martin's wife, because she was the one who kept insisting that Mr. Steve Martin and me meet Mr. Daniel. Now, guys, many of you might think that I came on board willingly into this business. I've been in the gaming industry for nearly 32 years, and I retired, or I came out of the gaming industry after making my money in 2008. I made enough money to, let's say, retire. Then this opportunity was asked by Mr. Steve Martin. He said, there's something happening in Phuket. Would you like to come for an event? Blah, blah, blah. But in reality, I just went with him to just see and hear what he wanted me to do, just come back and give him a feedback and what Daniel and Frody were doing. So when I went there to meet them, they were really super business-like. They were in their short pants and T-shirts, by the poolside, a glass of orange juice and a beer. and they were talking business. And I kind of found it very cool, and I found it very open. But the most important thing, every time they asked some questions, Frody was able to, and Nicholas were able to give the answers that the gaming industry is all about. You know, this company have done so much of work ahead. It's, you know, it's a 6-month-old baby, but they look like a 6-year-old veteran in the industry. And the global ambassador, you know, you talk about Rocco, Gabor, they all are doing an amazing job. I know I just know them recently through WhatsApp and stuff, and I met a few of them in a dinner. But the way they work, the ethics behind the company, the direction that GGA is going is amazing. So guys, before I tell you about crypto and my blockchain history, understand what you have in your hand. Okay, I'm taking this time is because I find that many of our leaders are not using the webinar calls, Zoom calls to effectiveness. If we imagine, if only you can get, each one of us can get 5 to 10 members onto the call, it will grow. On the last Zoom Sunday call, I had like 10% of the people on board. I made sure I texted every single one of the guys that I think leaders who's going to grow and say, get on. Even now, just before this call, I sent personal messages to about 15 of them to say, get on board. Not because I'm doing the call or I'm speaking or training. It's because on these calls, even if you're walking around with a earphone, you might pick up a thing or two. Every time Mr. Gabor or Daniel does training, I go on the call. I'm busy. I'm actually sometimes talking to some other people or that, but I keep my earphone on so that if something some new thing comes into my head, I pick it up. And then I build my business. You see, it's not going to be a one-day training and you know everything. So guys, this is how it's going to be. First, understand the value of GGA, what Mr. Frody and Nicholas have put together. If you know the value of it, he asked me a price. I'm going to tell you this. It's a $1 trillion industry. How many percent of this $1 trillion industry would you like to own? 0.001 or 0.1? It's up to us. End of the day, we have it. So if you don't understand gaming, then try to understand a little bit about blockchain and cryptocurrency. Now, when I first met Frody, he said his background is technology. I didn't know how good he was. But over a dinner, you know, we were having dinner, and I showed him a token that I rolled out. I'm into tokenization, I'm into blockchain. And this man, you know, over dinner, he was looking at numbers and he was telling me how good or how bad my smart contract was. And he was just flicking through numbers and telling, this is good, okay, this is not good. You know, he was able to read something that was coded that easy. So they know their stuff. And that was when I said, this man knows his technology. So don't, you know, to have him in the back and the people that he has at the back showed me how strong their technology was. Now, I am not an expert in technology. So I'm going to tell you this. Those people who made money in Bitcoin in 2009, 10, 11, 12, they didn't know that Bitcoin is going to be this high or this popular. But they believed in something. So the tsunami wave came and many people became millionaires. Many people who bought Bitcoin for $100 and $1,000. And you know, there's a lot of stories out there that they'll blow your mind. If you don't know about it, just Google, check how did people become millionaires in this crypto industry or in Bitcoin. Just go and Google up. After Bitcoin, there's many things that's come about. There's so many cryptocurrencies, alter coins, stable coins. You know, you got Ripple, you got Ethereum, you got NAM. There are so many of them out there. So thousands and thousands of coins out there. How many of the founders do you know personally? How many of these founders you can text or WhatsApp directly? Like how you can connect with Mr. Frody in Telegram, or you can just text and you get an answer. How many of these coins you know the CEO personally or the CMO? You won't, because these are companies that are being led and run by different individuals with different goals. So when I met them and I know I can see the CEO personally, I can find the CTO personally, the CMO personally, I said, hey, this is good. This is like inside knowledge. It's like you knowing Mark Zuckerberg or Steve Jobs when he was taking the Apple company into the higher profiles. It's like you knowing them personally. You are able to ask them personally and then grow with them. So this is when you need to understand what we have on our plates. We have good people, we have got good company being led, and then we have a token, the GGA token, that's utility token that can be used. Every single one of us can use this token in our own platform. And to make it even more attractive, the platforms in the exchange even more attractive, the company uses 50% of its profits to buy these tokens, to give the tokens more value, more crunch, more spin, more turnover. So this is what it is. Today, if you go and buy a smart contract, a yellow pack, and you get one smart contract, it roughly gives you from 36 to 30 tokens each smart contract, which means it's like €6 a day you can earn. You buy it at 0.5 cents, you get it at 0.5 cents, and it's trading at 20 cents. Just say it's trading at 20 cents. A token is a day you can earn €6 on a smart contract. So do your maths. You invest $1,500 on a yellow pack. Okay? And a yellow pack, you will get €6 a day. What does it work out to a month? And what does it work out to in a year? About 2,000 over euro a year. If every day you earn 30 tokens, just 30 tokens, and these 30 tokens are valued at 20 cents, you earn about €6 a day, €180 a month, about €2,160. You invest €1,500 and you get back a return of €2,160 just on a simple basic calculation. It's not exact, it's a round figure. But on top of that, the company has given you 9,000 tokens locked down for 16 months. Now, if you encash this at the end of 16 months, you get another €1,800. So if you can understand, the smart contracts are like doubling your money. You can basically go and tell your friends, listen, instead of putting the money in the bank, why don't you buy a yellow pack with my company and earn something like doubling your money, like 100% return on your investment. There is a lockdown on the tokens, but any day when it's locked down, there's a 24/7 exchange where you can sell. But before we talk about selling, I'm just talking about how the contract pays you out, how the lockdown tokens gives you a double up value on money, just on the yellow pack. Don't go into the purple pack and the black pack. Those of you who bought the black packs, you made a killing. Those of you who invest in the black packs, one of my biggest disappointment, was when Frody told me to go to work. I said I need 60 days to go and do things before I can come into the business. That 60 days, if I had gone down and done what he asked me to do, today maybe my organization would have like 25% of that black packs that were sold out. Again, no point talking about what's gone, but let's talk about what's available today. Purple pack. Purple pack, I actually haven't done my numbers, but I know there's 4 smart contracts. So it's like 24, 6 times 4, $6 times 4, €24 a day times 30 days, blah, blah, blah. But it's 4 times the value of a yellow pack. Now, guys, if you go and do your maths, okay, let me check whether I can find my stuff. If I do, I will share with you the numbers, exact numbers based on the purple pack. One second, guys. Just give me a second. So as I was saying, the purple packs gives you like 4 times the amount, the value. Okay, so if you go on a purple pack, $24 per day, a month you earn about €700. A month you earn €700. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, remember this. You're not doing anything. You're not talking about gaming, casino, blah, blah, blah. It is the company working. They're sharing their profits. Whenever they tokenize, what they're doing is they're giving you a part of the company. If you take the company at 10 cents value, 15 billion tokens, they have got $1.5 billion valuation. They are selling their tokens and they're sharing their profits with their partners. So if you look at GGA, without doing anything, if you buy our smart contract, now you're going to tell your friends about the casinos. People who like to game, they're going to game. People will buy lottery tickets. Those who like to buy lottery tickets. Those who like to trade crypto will be trading in our exchange. So there's a lot of business models inside this. But if you look from an investment perspective, You invest 5,000 euro at the end of the year, 12 months down the road, roughly about 8,640 euro comes back. This does not include the 30,000 tokens that you have locked down for 16 months. If you encash that, you will get back 6,000 euro. So total 8,640 euro you will get for a year. On a monthly basis, you get some, and it comes to a year. And then on the lockdown tokens, you'll get another 6,000 euro. So again, it's double up, or like 75 to 150% return on your investment. Which bank gives you 150% return on investment? Guys, these numbers, if I can draw it on a board, or if I can show it, and I'm not so tech savvy to go and do all this right now, but I will learn and come back to you guys. But at the moment, I'm just giving you my voice. Just understand this. Even if you don't understand cryptocurrency, if you don't know how to trade, that we will be doing training how to do the trading. But the trading platform is easy. Anybody goes on the app, you can put, like for me, I've not sold any tokens because I believe the tokens value right now is too low. It's definitely going to go higher, and it's got a very high chance to do better than Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is right now at $3,500 to $4,000. For it to go to 8,000, to double up, it's going to take a lot of time. But for GGA tokens to go from 20 cents to $1, it's very much more higher. It's very much higher potential to happen. So I'm keeping my tokens. I'm not selling my tokens. Anytime the token comes to 17 cents, I put an order to buy. But just for trading sake, just for the sake of those of you who like to trade and who are making money. I'm not an expert. I'm not into trading. But let's say you put 1,000 euro to say anybody sells at 17 cents, I'm going to buy. You buy 1,000 euro at 17 cents. And when it's at 23 cents, you decide to sell back that 1,000 euro. You can make about 300 euro. I mean, if you can do this every week once, there you are earning 1,000 euro on just trading our tokens. Don't let our tokens go below 17 cents, 18 cents. You start buying. When it's high, you can always trade and make the differences. This is where the business becomes much more interesting. Now you have got a chance to earn. Whenever the token goes high, you want to sell and make some profits, you can cash out. But ladies and gentlemen, if you are in as a GGA business partner, remember, learn to hold on to your tokens. Because with time, with players, when more and more players come, the tokens will become more in demand. The tokens will have more usage, and the price has to go up. This is how it works. See, the way Frody has designed it, you got usability. You can buy, you can bring in, using your GGA tokens, you can register members. You can use it to buy things online for our products and stuff. So the GGA token has got its own usability. So great, ladies and gentlemen, in simple English, this company is going to be a rock star in the gaming industry. I don't know if you ever participated in Facebook's launch or if you were participating in Apple's launch, but many of us didn't know these companies. Many of us didn't have a clue that Facebook is going to be so huge and WhatsApp is going to be so huge because we didn't know. So don't tell yourself that you didn't know GGA is going to be, because today I said it. In the next 2 to 3 years, they will be one of the main leading players in the gaming industry. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why this company is going to be a leader. Because out of this $2.2 trillion industry, 80% of this industry, gaming industry, a lot of them are gray. They are not white. When I say they're gray, they're not white. They do not qualify. For example, they may not have the licenses for gaming. For example, they may not have a payment gateway. Example, they may not have a registered office. You know, things like this. Some of them, they're all doing the business to make the money. But if you look at GGA, they're registered off Singapore, one of the most highly sorted out countries in the world to have an office address backed by. And then you look at the company's licensing. They have Ovid in Curacao, one of the best licensing programs out there. Now, I'm not into the licensing, but whenever you see all the main gaming companies, their licensing comes from Curacao. And then you look at where they have kept their servers. Japan is highly sorted out place. And when I had a doubt with this servers crashing, and I asked the question to Mr. Frody, some of the answers he gave me blew my mind away. To go to our service areas, there's 3 checkpoints you have to cross. The kind of security they've put, and then the mirroring that they've done. All these things I'm sharing with you is what made me feel much more attached to the company, because I saw that the founders are doing everything possible to make it a strong business entity, not just a fast money-making machine, a business entity that's going to be a name of the future. If you went to London, for example, Ladbrokes, William Hills, these are all gaming betting houses. They're all legal entity. Nobody looks at them, and many people don't realize this industry is huge. It's just about you being packaged right. So guys, I know I've gone a bit long, but this is the passion I have for this company. It's growing. I must say it's growing. I'm a bit sad that I cannot connect with more people and tell them, hey, listen to me. Just get into this company, either as a member, as a player, whatever you want, just get involved. And then really you will find out. It's a matter of time. You'll realize that we have got a winning company. This company is just amazingly easy to follow. Either you send your links and get your friends to play, and then whatever they do, something's going to come up to you. I know everyone is going to lose. Most of the time, people don't realize in gaming industry, the house never loses. House always wins. House always win. So when you are part of the smart contract, you're part of the house. If you're doing the network marketing side of the business, you're part of the house because you're promoting the company. Being part of the house is what we are teaching. Have fun. It's okay to have a bet or so. Entertainment. This is what I tell my friends, my teams now. Casino industry is entertainment. It's just people. Nobody's asking you to go and lose $1 million overnight. People are just going to have fun, play $1, $5, play roulette, whatever, entertainment. But if you're addicted to gambling and if you're losing all the time, please come on board, be our business partners. Let the gamers game. You become part of the house and become part of the team that's going to be a winning team. The global ambassadors are all teaching you. So come on the calls. The next call on Sunday, get as many people on board. And I must thank Daniel for giving me this opportunity. Daniel, I only going to say this one more time. You're doing an amazing job. You're building all over the world. But let's get more people to understand what's in it for them in the crypto. The crypto field is the best payment gateway, a payment package that we have. The GGA tokens are the ones that are going to give people fast money really in short-term period. If you talk about a year is a short-term. In short-term, people can make loads and loads of money if they understand buying GGA tokens and holding on to them is the key. Thank you, Daniel, for your time. And if there's any questions, you can put it up, and if I can answer, I'll answer them. Thank you.
All right. Wow. Thank you so much, Brian. Really appreciate what you just shared with us is amazing. I took a lot of notes myself. All right. And I want to hand this call as soon as possible because I'm going to get some more of those GGA tokens, some more of the smart token contract for sure. That's where we have to be, guys. I hope you got the message. And guys, you just see a little bit of what Mr. Brian Pillay is known for, what he's capable to do. So whenever you see this gentleman moving around the world, make sure you have guests. That's a win-win situation, of course. Thank you once again, Brian. It was amazing. And if you agree, I will definitely use your time and your expertise once again. That's for sure. Thank you so much. That's amazing. So guys, back to basis. Mr. Brian went through that a few times. You got to be connect. The 3 B's: be connect on the system through Telegram, through Facebook, to all the webinars that we provide to you on a weekly basis. And once again, not only for you, but for your team, guys. This is a teamwork. If you want to reach that next level, you must be connect. I truly believe on a weekly basis, you can improve yourself. You must learn if you want to earn, as I said many times. And if you want to earn more, you have to learn more. That's very simple. And that's a teamwork. If your team is learning as much as you do, well, guess what's going to happen? The way that comp plan is made, you guys going to benefit from that. So it's quite simple. We provide you the best of the best tools in the market to succeed, to just apply on it and get this into your agenda to make sure on Sundays and Wednesdays you guys are connect. All right. So that's number one. So be connect, be part of the growth, guys. We are traveling around the world. I will be making some announcement for the next cities in the next few days regarding some countries in Europe and Russia. Some leaders are going to Philippines. Some others are going to Singapore. So guys, look in your back office and see where the top leaders, when the global ambassadors are moving around, and send your people. That costs you nothing. As a matter of fact, that's a good investment because you're going to have the chance to move your business much higher and quite cheaper. You don't have to travel, don't have to take hotels and anything. And guess what? They're going to have the chance to be the best of the best in the world. And of course, you know what's going to happen. They're going to join your team and they're going to build as well. And so you're going to have a worldwide organization. That's what I'm talking about. So be part of that growth. And finally, be in action. Guys, I need to see some action. I need to see all of you guys make more meetings, make more Zoom call. You have to make the job. You have to roll up the sleeves. You have to go to work. And then when it's done, you go to work. And when it's done, you go to work. That's simple. That's a numbers game. You have the best of the best business model. This is not a project. You know, the previous company, we all have to share and to sell the dream and the vision. Of course, we have to do the same with Global Game Arena. But on top of that, Mr. Fruity and Mr. Nicholas make this so easy. This is a real business. So you don't have to talk about what's going to happen. It's already there. You don't have to sell dream. You have facts. So that's way much more powerful. So what we have now is what? Is simply share this amazing and powerful and unique and sustainable business model worldwide with as many people as possible. People are looking for you guys. People need a Global Game Arena to become financially free. So that's what I'm talking about. So I want to see more action, guys, all right? It takes about 15, 20 minutes to go through that business plan. Of course, it might take longer if you get interest, but you know very fast if there is interest in there. So once you show them the potential that we have into the gaming industry with over 750 different game available, the top of the top, because we are partnered with 7 of the biggest gaming provider around the world. When you show them the crypto potential that we have with our GGA token being 100% utility, when you show them the comp plan so powerful, people are making over 50 grand a week already after 6 months in this business. This is huge. I've never seen that in this industry. When you show them the lottery, last week alone, we made, again, 181 people winning real cash. And the first prize was over 9,300 euros. As a matter of fact, this week, I highly suspect that's going to be over 10K for the first time. Guys, you have everything in your hand. So just go to work and then work and work, and you will see in the next few weeks, few months, your life will never be the same anymore. All right? So I want to thank you for being on that call. But before we end up, I want to see some numbers on the chat here. How much do you believe that call worth for yourself, your family, and your organization? I'm going to tell you how much I believe it's worth for my organization, myself. So put some numbers. Is it worth $10,000, what you just learned today, what you just heard today? Does it worth 100,000, a million? Be honest with yourself. How much is it worth if you apply the strategy that Mr. Brian just shared with you? I'm going to tell you how much for me, right? That's going to be part of my growth. Definitely, that's going to help me to reach that level, all right? And that's, of course, what I truly believe, because I know for a fact that is going to help me to maximize my way of thinking and investing and growing my GGA token. Like Mr. Brian, on a daily basis, many times a day, we do buy GGA token nonstop. We get paid 40% GGA account. We take that money on a daily basis to buy more token. And I'm going to buy even more because now I know a little bit more about the strategy. And I want to thank once again Mr. Brian being on this call. So guys, give me some numbers. How much besides millions? Of course. Give me some numbers on the chat. 171 million euros. I love it. That's what I'm talking about. And I truly believe this is possible, guys. We can play this game now day and night, 24/7 on our platform. Buy some more, sell it, buy some more, sell it, and so on, nonstop. 10 millions, and I will reinvest 80%, take out 20%. That's a very good strategy. I love it. All right, so you guys have your numbers. You guys have your information now to go to work. So I want to thank you guys for on that call. Make sure you guys are connected next Sunday. We're going to have our call on Sunday as well. And once again, thank you so much, Mr. Brian. See you around, bro. And guys, see you at the top. Thank you. Bye-bye.